Have you ever really stopped to think about how immense and unfathomable the universe is? Imagine the oceans stretching endlessly, with no discernible end. Their vastness is so profound that they seem to merge with the horizon, disappearing into the distance. Think about the sky above you, an expansive canvas that stretches out infinitely, creating a sense of boundless freedom and openness. Picture the hills and mountains, their towering forms rising majestically toward the heavens, standing as timeless monuments to the grandeur of creation. These grand elements of our natural world are so vast, enduring, and impressive that they almost feel eternal, as though they have been here forever and will remain forever. In stark contrast to these awe-inspiring natural wonders, consider your own problems and challenges. When you place your personal struggles alongside these magnificent aspects of the world, it provides a fresh perspective on the relative size of your difficulties. It can be helpful to view your problems as relatively small compared to the grandeur of the universe. While your challenges may feel overwhelming and insurmountable at times, they are, in the grand scheme of things, merely small parts of a much larger picture. By putting your personal struggles in perspective against the backdrop of the vastness of nature, you can begin to see that your problems are not as daunting as they might appear. To illustrate this, think of your troubles as individual notes in a vast, complex symphony of existence. Just as a single note is only a minor part of a grand musical composition, your personal challenges are just small fragments within the larger, intricate tapestry of life. The universe, with its immense scale, can be seen as a grand symphony, and within this grand scheme, your troubles are but fleeting moments that pass through time. The power and greatness of God are far greater than the issues you face. His presence is boundless, and His strength surpasses any problem you might encounter. Even if you have been struggling with difficulties for what seems like an eternity, it's important to remember that no hardship is permanent. Everything is transient, and what feels like an overwhelming challenge today will eventually pass. Reflecting on past difficulties you have faced, think about how they once seemed insurmountable, yet you managed to overcome them. The same God who supported and guided you through those trials is with you now, ensuring that He remains in control. Regardless of how overwhelming your current situation may seem, when confronted with problems, it's natural to want to resolve them through your own efforts. You might find yourself searching for solutions, seeking advice, or trying various strategies to fix things. However, amidst all these efforts, it's crucial to remember that Jesus offers Himself as the ultimate solution to your troubles. He is not merely another option among many. He is the one true answer to life's most complex and challenging problems. Jesus presents Himself as the ultimate provider of solutions, the deliverer from difficulties, and the Savior who can handle any situation. His ability to bring calm and order amidst chaos is unparalleled. Imagine your problems as tiny, insignificant fragments in the vast expanse of His infinite creation. When you shift your focus from the enormity of your troubles to the might of Jesus, you gain a more comforting and reassuring perspective. Trusting in Him offers the strength and peace necessary to navigate through life's most daunting challenges. His guidance and presence are more than adequate to help you overcome any obstacle you might face, providing the comfort and support you need to persevere through difficulties. In essence, understanding the immense scale of the universe and comparing it to your troubles can offer a new perspective. Recognizing that your problems are small in comparison to the grandeur of the natural world can help you see them in a different light. Shifting your focus from your challenges to the power and presence of Jesus allows you to gain a clearer, more comforting perspective, reinforcing the idea that His strength and guidance are sufficient to overcome any difficulty you may encounter. Experiencing struggles and difficulties is an intrinsic part of the human experience, and it is something that even the most devout individuals of faith encounter. Many people might initially believe that embracing faith and becoming a believer in God would automatically lead to a life free from problems and suffering. However, this expectation does not align with the reality of faith. God does not promise that believing in Him will eliminate all hardships. Instead, He assures us of His presence and support as we navigate through these trials. The reality is that God's promises are often centered around His companionship and the strength He provides during times of difficulty, rather than the complete absence of problems. It's crucial to understand that holding on to unrealistic expectations that faith should make all troubles disappear can lead to frustration and disappointment. Such misconceptions can create a disconnect between our expectations and the actual promises of God. In John 16:33, Jesus acknowledges the reality of life's challenges by stating, "In this world, you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world." This statement is not a promise that troubles will vanish, but rather an encouragement to persevere. Jesus' words are meant to offer comfort and assurance that, despite the inevitable difficulties we face, His power surpasses any trouble we might encounter. Trusting in His strength and guidance means finding solace and hope, even when we are surrounded by challenges. Aligning our expectations with what God actually promises allows us to maintain our faith and find peace, knowing that He is always with us, ready to help us through our struggles. When you find yourself overwhelmed by challenges, it's easy for those problems to consume your thoughts and emotions, making it feel as though your entire world revolves around the difficulties you face. However, shifting your focus from your problems to God can provide the guidance and strength you need to navigate through these tough times. Your faith plays a crucial role in how you handle challenges. If your faith remains steadfast, it will sustain you with hope and draw upon God's supernatural strength. There is a profound connection between faith, hope, and strength. Strong faith leads to hope, and hope is supported by God's strength. Conversely, losing faith can lead to hopelessness, which diminishes your strength and makes it harder to overcome obstacles. Instead of allowing your problems to dominate your mindset, it is important to turn your attention towards God. Focusing on Him helps you recognize His immense power and provides the support and comfort necessary to face your challenges. Trusting in God allows you to see that He is capable of overcoming any obstacle, and this perspective gives you the peace and strength needed to persevere through difficult times. By redirecting your focus from your problems to the omnipotence of God, you are better equipped to handle adversity and find the reassurance that He is with you every step of the way. Trusting in God's power and His ability to create solutions in seemingly impossible situations is vital for finding peace and confidence. The Bible offers numerous examples that illustrate this beautifully. For instance, consider the story of Sarah, who, despite being well past the age of childbearing, was blessed by God with a child. Similarly, David, a simple shepherd boy, was chosen by God to become a king despite his humble beginnings. These stories highlight that God has the power to transform circumstances in ways that defy human understanding. Even when it appears that all options are exhausted and every door is closed, God's wisdom and knowledge far exceed human limitations. By placing your trust in His divine knowledge and purpose, you can have confidence that He will find a way to assist you, even in the most challenging situations. Trusting in God's plans allows you to succeed where others might fail, reinforcing the belief that His guidance and intervention are always available. His ability to work in grand and unexpected ways serves as a testament to His omnipotence, demonstrating that He will never leave you alone in your struggles. In our prayers, we recognize and affirm that God is our ultimate source of help and comfort. When we pray, we lift our eyes to Him, acknowledging that our true assistance comes from the Creator of heaven and earth. Despite the trials we face, God remains faithful and all-powerful. In our prayers, we seek His guidance and strength, trusting that He will not allow us to be overwhelmed by our troubles. We ask for the courage to face our challenges, the peace to endure them, and the wisdom to make the right decisions. By placing our burdens at His feet, we trust in His promise that He will not give us more than we can bear. We rely on His love and grace to support us, confident that with His help, we can rise above adversity and emerge stronger in our faith. Our prayers are a means of expressing our trust in His promises and seeking His presence and support in our lives. In summary, facing difficulties and challenges is an inevitable part of life, and how we choose to approach these obstacles can profoundly influence our experience and outcomes. Life is filled with its share of trials, and while we cannot always control the challenges that come our way, our attitude and response to these difficulties can make all the difference. By understanding the vastness of the universe and the relative smallness of our individual struggles, we gain a new perspective that can help us manage our problems more effectively. Imagine contemplating the boundless expanse of the universe, with its immense oceans, endless skies, and towering mountains. When we juxtapose our personal issues against such grandeur, it becomes evident that our struggles, though significant to us, are relatively small in the grand scheme of things. This perspective can be both humbling and reassuring. It helps us realize that while our problems may feel overwhelming at times, they are just fleeting moments within the broader spectrum of existence. Such an understanding can provide comfort and a sense of proportion, reminding us that we are part of something much larger, and that our difficulties, no matter how challenging, are temporary and manageable. Trusting in Jesus as the ultimate solution is another crucial aspect of navigating through tough times. Rather than focusing solely on the magnitude of our problems, turning our attention to the power and guidance of Jesus offers us a pathway to resilience. Jesus presents Himself not just as an option, but as the definitive solution to life's complex challenges. His ability to bring calm to chaos and order to confusion is unparalleled. By anchoring our trust in His omnipotent nature, we align ourselves with a source of strength that transcends our immediate troubles. This shift in focus from our problems to the power of Jesus provides us with clarity, comfort, and the strength needed to face adversity with a renewed sense of hope. Embracing the reality that faith does not necessarily remove problems, but rather equips us with the strength and peace to endure them, is a fundamental aspect of maintaining hope and perseverance. It is a common misconception that faith should eliminate all troubles. However, the true promise of faith lies in providing us with the resilience to handle difficulties. Jesus himself acknowledged that in this world, we will encounter trouble, but he encourages us to take heart because he has overcome the world. This reassurance does not imply that troubles will vanish, but it emphasizes that we are supported through them. Faith offers a framework of strength and peace that helps us navigate life's rough waters. God's ability to transform situations and his promise to be with us through all difficulties are central to finding comfort and achieving success in the face of challenges. The Bible is filled with examples of God's transformative power, stories of individuals who faced seemingly insurmountable obstacles but experienced divine intervention and breakthrough. Whether it's Sarah conceiving a child against all odds or David rising from a humble shepherd to a king, these narratives underscore God's capacity to change our circumstances in ways that exceed human understanding. Trusting in God's wisdom and his ability to work miracles provides us with the assurance that we are not alone and that our struggles are not in vain. Our prayers reflect our trust in God's power and our reliance on his guidance. Through prayer, we lift our concerns to God, acknowledging his sovereignty and seeking his assistance. Prayer is not just a form of communication, but a demonstration of our faith and dependence on divine intervention. By continually seeking God's presence and focusing on his omnipotence, we cultivate a deeper connection with him that can guide us through life's challenges. Our prayers become a way of expressing our trust, asking for strength, wisdom, and comfort. They remind us of God's promise to never leave us or forsake us, reinforcing the belief that we can face difficulties with faith and hope. Ultimately, by placing our focus on God's infinite power and grace, we find solace, strength, and clarity. Life's challenges, though daunting, become more manageable when viewed through the lens of faith. Embracing the reality of God's presence in our lives allows us to face adversity with courage and hope, knowing that we are supported and guided every step of the way.